far from the front line, but not far enough. A makeshift shrine in a residential district of Ganja. A community torn apart. They were my friends and close acquaintances. You can't grasp just how much my heart is bleeding. At least 13 people died here in Azerbaijan's second biggest city on Saturday. Baku accuses Armenia of launching the attack. Death and despair in Nagorno-Karabakh too. The ceasefire announced by the two sides after Saturday's deadly attack in Ganja proved short-lived, and fighting resumed soon afterwards. The disputed region has been controlled by separatist ethnic Armenians since 1994, but it remains an internationally recognised part of Azerbaijan. Armenia denies any involvement in the Ganja attack and accuses Baku of continuing to shell heavily populated areas inside Nagorno-Karabakh. This man in Shusha says these are Azeri rockets. We are respecting the ceasefire, but are the Azerbaijanis respecting it? Where is the ceasefire? Look, they are firing. Shusha is full of these rockets. This is prohibited ammunition. As tensions between Azerbaijan and Armenia escalate, fears are growing that Russia and Turkey could be drawn into a regional war.
Well, let's bring in DW's Julia Hahn, who's in Ganja, Azerbaijan's second city. Julia, once again, the ceasefire between Armenia and Azerbaijan has been broken. What more can you tell us?
The fighting has continued despite a new ceasefire agreement, despite calls from around the world to stop. Instead, what we're seeing is once again Azerbaijan and Armenia blaming each other for breaching that deal. I'm in Ganja right now, Azerbaijan's second largest city. It's home to more than 300,000 people. A missile leveled several homes in this residential area on Saturday. We have been showing these pictures already, and that actually happened before the new truce came into effect. Now, what you can see right behind me are several two-story buildings, what used to be two-story buildings, but they have all been reduced to rubble. At least 13 people were killed in this attack, according to the official figures, including 2 children, a teenage girl and a baby girl. And while authorities, both in Armenia and here in Azerbaijan, are denying deliberately targeting civilians, residential areas like this one have come under increasing shelling, even here in Ganja, which is far away from the front line. But it shows that civilians here are paying a very heavy price for this war.
In any armed conflict, Julia, of course, it's very difficult to confirm, to verify claims made by the two warring sides. What's your experience in this conflict?
Well, we are not moving around here independently. We have been given access by the authorities here in Azerbaijan. They allowed us to come here to report on this conflict. They set up an infrastructure for media, for international journalists to cover this crisis, to cover their side of the conflict. We have been assigned a driver and a contact affiliated with the government. They are always with us wherever we go. They say it's for our own safety and security, but at the same time, it, of course, limits what we can hear, see and report on.
Now, for decades, Armenia and Azerbaijan have been in this frozen conflict over Nagorno-Karabakh. It's been mainly frozen, but now it's flared up again. We're seeing fighting. Are people there that you're talking to, are they concerned that this could flare up into an all-out war again?
Well, yes, we've been talking to people here in Ganja today. From time to time, people would come here to pay their respects to those who were killed or to search for some of their belongings. These people are clearly, visibly, still under shock. There is pain, there is grief, but there is also a lot of anger. People here are openly blaming the Armenian military for deliberately targeting civilians, and they say they expect their government to retaliate. Now, add to that the history, decades of mistrust between the two countries. And there's also no sign of backing down on the political level. Many people here tell me that they see Nagorno-Karabakh as a part of land that rightfully belongs to Azerbaijan, that has belonged to Azerbaijan for the past nearly 30 years. And for them, this is the moment to retake this part of land. So from where I'm standing right now, it doesn't look like that the new ceasefire agreement is going to turn things into a more peaceful direction.
Julia, thank you very much. That was DW's Julia Hahn there, reporting from Ganja, Azerbaijan's second city.